Hello, my dear viewers, my dear students, boys and girls. Today, you are being welcomed to my channel An Easy Step to English Grammar. And today's topic of discussion is a famous poem composed by W.B. Yeats. And the name of the poem is For Annie Gregory, or the difference of opinion is that the pronunciation is Anne Gregory. You may call it Annie Gregory or Anne Gregory. Whatever may be the case, you should first know that W.B. Yeats was an Irish poet, a great novelist, a composer of great poems, and he was also a short story writer. He wrote many books, and in 1923 he won the Nobel Prize for literature. However, the content of the poem is very unique. It is in the conversational form. It is a conversation between a young man and a young girl. And you may be assured that the young man is actually none but the poet himself, W.B. Yeats. He is the modern poet. He is the great poet of the 20th century. And you know that Rabindranath's Gitanjali was also translated into English by W.B. Yeats. And he was bosom friend of Rabindranath Tagore, and he also read the poem The Gitanjali, number 50. However, let us study the poem very carefully and meticulously because it is a very modern topic. The name of the poem is For Anne Gregory. Never shall a young man thrown into despair. That means a young man who falls in love with a girl may be rejected, may be refused, and in that case, he will be thrown into despair or frustration. And in that case, what will he do? Actually, the fault or the mistake of the young man is that he has taken the girl into account for giving her love. Is that the girl's external beauty is unique, is very fine, is very attractive, is very charming. And that is why the boy has fallen in love with that girl. By those great honey-colored ramparts at your ear, that means the girl possessed very attractive golden color hair that looks like a high wall, a defensive wall of a fort. That means the locks of the hair are hanging upon the ears. So the hair has attracted the boy too much, and the boy has fallen in love with that girl. Love you for yourself alone. That means the boy has loved you not for your inner quality, not for your inner beauty, but for your yellow hair, but for your golden hair, but for your attractive look. And if you refuse him, he will be thrown into despair, he will be thrown into dejection, he will be thrown into complete or utter frustration. Whatever may be the case, when a man loves a girl or a boy loves a girl, it is for her external beauty, not for her inner quality. Okay? Now, let us come to the second stanza. But I can get a hair dye, dye dye, that is color, hair dye, and set such color there, brown or black or carrot, that young men in despair may love me for myself alone and not my yellow hair. And it is a very beautiful argument on behalf of the girl. Now, the second stanza is the argument undertaken by the girl. What is her argument? The girl tells the poet, tells the young man that she may dye her hair, she may color her hair like brown, black, or carrot color. And in that case, the young man will not be thrown into dejection or despair or frustration or hopelessness. And in that case, the young man will love her and only for herself, not for her external beauty. Only for herself, not for her external beauty. That is the argument on behalf of the girl. But we know that beauty is of two types. That is external beauty and the other is inner beauty. And no young man falls in love with a girl just for her inner quality, because at first it is not possible for a boy to identify the inner quality of the girl. The first quality that attracts any young man or boy is her outward beauty or external beauty. So, these are the arguments. And what is the final resolution? The young man concludes, that means the poet concludes. The poet is a modern poet, and the poet takes an abrupt change. I heard an old religious man, but yesternight declared that he had found a text to prove that only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. No, nobody is able to love a girl for herself, for her inner quality, for her inner beauty. No, it is not possible for any young man. Because the voluptuosity, the external beauty, the outward beauty, the beautiful hair, nose, or physical appearance attract any young man. But the poet concludes that last night he heard a religious man say that only God can identify the inner quality of any person. So it is not possible for any man, and God can identify the inner quality, and God loves for that reason any person. That only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone. And it is possible only for God to love you, to love any person for the inner beauty, for the inner qualities. And it is not possible for anybody else. This is the conclusion of the poem. So it is a conversation or a dialogue between a young man and a young girl, and the young man actually stands for W.B. Yeats himself, and the final resolution of the poem is very unique because, in spite of being a modern poet, W.B. Yeats has a full faith upon God, has a full faith in God, just like Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, I am ending my lecture here. I am ending my lesson here, and if possible, the next day I shall give you some questions. And this is the summary of the poem. And don't forget to subscribe my channel, to like, to comment. Thanking all of you. Goodbye.